offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Showing the arm straight down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Keeps looking downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more.
He's into the open down the middle. The 30. Pass to 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Duke.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
To the air, it's Levitt. Makes the grab, it's Tyson. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. making side adjustments here. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end.
Oh, get
That'll
your
get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Sun Devils are on the move.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tyson.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. And wait.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got it in the middle. It's Tyson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
To the air, it's Levitt. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Unloads quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Blue Devils are in the hurry-up.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jet. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Levitt. He'll take another shot here. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Third down play from the gun. Finds his big tight end. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone.
Looking for the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you can get dominated.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They're working that left side. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
They'll run the counter. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape.
What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Makes the catch. It's Burks. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback will keep it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top.
Oh! What are you doing?
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Oh!
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the...
Actually, I'll take that. I would take that, bro.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to...
It's a great read. I would take that.
Throwing it vertically down.
That is an aggressive...
On the opening drive, they were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to scramble. Firing to the right, complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 44-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big...
Come on.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. takeaway of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. On target. And he's still running after the move. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
The offense changing the play. This is a design run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Mateer.
Oh!
Quickly, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Sategna. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, the running back has it. Stops at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Power football with the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. On the run, it's Randall. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Clemson jumps to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Klubnik. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Now on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half, being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He's got it. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll sneak it. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the end route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clemson is quick to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Randall. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's got it, and he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to buy time. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. On to attempt the try. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible.
Nigga already you.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to
Nigga already using
and save
timeout.
as much time as possible. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to move the sticks on third down.
Oh, what are you doing,
And the
bro?
incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Just keeps slinging it. On the run, still looking. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll go up top on second and short. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stuff? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes a knee in victory formation, and he'll get to do it one more time as the clock winds inside a minute. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You know,